I worked for the county for 20 plus years, and I thought that I understood how to work effectively in a government role. I did know how to do my role well. But that didn't mean that when I retired, I would have any success in impacting the policy decisions of the city or the county. I thought I would, but in fact I didn't. Maybe 2 to 3 years ago, my wife and I started making sandwiches, and we took them to community-supported shelters every 2 weeks. We made 40 sandwiches. We went to one of their encampments and just gave everyone a lunch. Then we had a friend who said she wanted to do it with us, so she started making sandwiches. Then we had 3 friends, then 6 friends, and for about 6 months, 6 of us started doing it. Now, on my email list, I think there are 62 or 63 people who make sandwiches, hard-boiled eggs, provide chips, make homemade cookies. They just, every 2 weeks, bring this to my home, put them in the back of my car, and I go off with other people and deliver them to the camps. And I write up little stories about my experiences. And what motivates me is that the people who are providing these small little contributions are so appreciative of their opportunity to contribute. On Christmas Eve, we went out and delivered. We'd had stockings and good food. It was pouring out. It was lower than 40 degrees. In the camp we were delivering in, there was, in many places, 1 inch of water and 2 inches of mud. It was really miserable. People were in their tents, just hunkered down, and all that we'd see of them, most of them, was a hand sticking out, taking what we were giving to them. It was very, very sad for me to come back and think about people living in those conditions. And the difference between my life and their life does cause uncomfortableness. It's not that I was a good person and deserved this. It's that I'm lucky. I am just lucky. The first thing that I learned is that I really like the people who were living on the streets. The people in camps share so much and they have so little. I've saw a woman who had no gloves and just was so cold. This other woman said, I think I have a second pair. I'll give it to you. I met one homeless man who never went to school after the age of 11. He was abandoned by his mother, and I spent about 4 hours over a couple weeks talking to him. And it was very clear that this man was smarter than me, better read than me, way more informed, and more articulate than I was. Even though he had not been to school after the age of 12 and had not lived in a secure home except when he was in prison for his whole life, since he was abandoned by his mother. We don't expect that these people would have so much to offer to us. The therapeutic benefit of compassionate action for most people, for almost everyone, is going to outweigh any potential psychological trauma if you do it with some premeditated strategies, which is really to go with someone who's comfortable and knows people who are unhoused. If any religion is true, and if there's any spiritual aspect to us, it is the actions we do today that changes our tomorrow, and changes the tomorrow of everything. We're all connected, we're all interconnected, and our actions make a difference. For one person, if I feed that person, but that person then is happier and maybe has different interactions with other people the rest of the day. kindness is continuous and spreads. So, and I somehow learned that, and I believe that, and I see it, the reality of that, every day.